All right, I'm just laughing at myself. I started talking before I hit the record key on this thing. It says, draw the image of the figure with the given vertices under a dilation with the given scale factor centered at the origin. So my scale factor, my k, is equal to 2. So what is going to be my mapping? Remember, I always show stuff with arrow notation. So that means your mapping is going to be xy is to 2x to 2y. So that's how I'm going to work with it. So my a is at negative 1, 1. So my a prime is going to be negative 2, 2. B is going to be at negative 2, negative 1. So B prime is going to be at negative 4. Actually, I didn't write that yet. Negative 2. And then C is at negative 1, negative 2. So C prime is going to be at negative 2, negative 4. All right, so now let's go ahead and put in our different things here that we have. All right, A is at negative 1, 1. B is at negative 2, negative 1. So that's B. And C is over at negative 1, negative 2. So this is our original diagram. Now this one should get larger when we look at it. So our A prime, we're going to be at negative 2, 2. Make sure I got this. Got my values on there, right? So negative 2, 2. A prime. B is going to be at negative 4, negative 2. C is going to be at negative 2, negative 4. So we get our primes. And if you notice, it's a lot larger and went here to the right, but that's okay. And if I was to draw a line from the origin through these, you notice it perfectly goes through. So we know we did it right. So we had, here is our new image, our pre-image. I'm just going to do here in blue so it's a little bit easier to see. Now let's do the same type of idea. Now notice I'm doing the exact same one, but look what happens to my scale factor. This time it's a negative 2. Now I didn't do a reduction. I don't have a 1 less than 1 here. But I do believe you'd understand the process to do it. So xy, my arrow notation is going to go to negative 2x to a negative 2y. So A is here at negative 1, 1. And A prime is going to be at 2, negative 2. B is at negative 2, negative 1. As B prime is going to be at 4, 2. C is at negative 1, negative 2. As C prime is going to be at 2, 4. So let's do these real quick. Go back and do our original graph. So we have A is at negative 1, 1. B is over at negative 2, negative 1. C is over at negative 1, negative 2. Now remember, if it's a negative scale factor, it should enlarge it, but it should also flip its directions. So A prime is going to be at 2, negative 2. B prime is going to be at 4, 2. And C is going to be at 2, 4. Notice the 180-degree rotation between the points. But it's still got a lot larger. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of how to do rotations as well.